Your heart is a pump. It's a muscular organ about the size of your fist and is located slightly left of center in your chest. Your heart is divided into the right and left side. The division protects oxygen-rich blood from mixing with oxygen-poor blood. Together, your heart and blood vessels comprise your cardiovascular system, which circulates blood and oxygen around your body. In fact, your heart pumps about 5 quarts of blood every minute, and it beats about 100,000 times in one day. That's about 35 million times in a year. Oxygen-poor blood, blue blood, returns to the heart after circulating through your body. The right side of the heart, composed of the right atrium and ventricle, collects and pumps the blood to the lungs through the pulmonary arteries. The lungs refresh the blood with a new supply of oxygen, making it turn red. Oxygen-rich blood, red blood, then enters the left side of the heart, composed of the left atrium and ventricle, and is pumped through the aorta to the body to supply tissues with oxygen. 4 valves within your heart keep your blood moving the right way. The tricuspid, mitral, pulmonary, and aortic valves work like gates on a fence. They open only one way and only when pushed on. Each valve opens and closes once per heartbeat, or about once every second. A beating heart contracts and relaxes. Contraction is called systole, and relaxing is called diastole. During systole, your ventricles contract, forcing blood into the going to your lungs and body, much like ketchup being forced out of a squeeze bottle. The right ventricle contracts a little bit before the left ventricle does. Your ventricles then relax during diastole and are filled with blood coming from the upper chambers, the left and right atria. Then the cycle starts over again. Your heart is nourished by blood too. Blood vessels called coronary arteries extend over the surface of your heart and branch into smaller capillaries. Here you can see just the network of blood vessels that feed your heart with oxygen-rich blood. Your heart also has electrical wiring, which keeps it beating. Electrical impulses begin high in the right atrium and travel through specialized pathways to the ventricles, delivering the signal to pump. The conduction system keeps your heart beating in a coordinated and normal rhythm, which in turn keeps blood circulating. The continuous exchange of oxygen-rich blood with oxygen-poor blood is what keeps you alive.
Nervous system. Tasting and smelling and seeing and hearing, thinking, moving, dreaming, breathing, heart beating, running, feeling pain or pleasure, laughing, sleeping, singing, remembering. You couldn't do any of these things without your nervous system. That's me. Hello, this is the nervous system. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. I just want to know more about the brain or the nervous system. So, what is the nervous system made of? The nervous system is made up of the brain. The brain is a jelly-like substance. It manages the body and yet weighs a teeny-weeny 1.5 kilos or just 3 pounds. The spinal cord, the nerves of your body. The brain communicates with the rest of the body through the spinal cord and the nerves. They tell the brain what is going on in the body at all times. This system also gives instructions to all parts of the body about what to do and when to do it. It is called the nervous system because it is made up of billions of nerve cells that can be found in the brain, which is the control center of the nervous system. Your brain is divided into two sides. The left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. Let's take a look at some of the important parts of the brain. The cerebrum. The biggest part of the brain is the cerebrum. The cerebrum makes up 85% of the brain's weight, and it's easy to see why. The cerebrum is the thinking part of the brain, and it controls your voluntary muscles, the ones that move when you want them to. So, you can't dance or speak or play soccer without your cerebrum. The cerebellum. Next up is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is at the back of the brain, below the cerebrum. It's a lot smaller than the cerebrum, but it's a very important part of the brain. It controls balance, movement, and coordination. Because of your cerebellum, you can stand up straight, keep your balance, and move around. The thalamus. The thalamus carries message from your sensory organs. When you smell that yummy curry or paneer tikka, that's the time thalamus works. The brainstem controls breathing, heartbeat, and digestion. It also connects the rest of the brain to the spinal cord. So the brain is the boss, but it can't do it alone. It needs some nerves. Actually, a lot of them. And it needs the spinal cord, which is a long bundle of nerves inside your spinal column that the vertebrae protect it. It's the spinal cord and nerves that let messages flow back and forth between the brain and the body. Ouch! That hurts! Brain is the boss. So what can you do for your brain? Well, that is lots of things for you to do. First, eat really healthy foods that contain potassium and calcium. These two minerals are very important for the nervous system. Exercise. Get a lot of playtime. Use good protection. Wear a helmet when you ride your bike or play other sports that require head protection. Don't drink alcohol or take drugs or use tobacco. And most important, use your brain. Use your brain by doing challenging activities such as puzzles and reading and playing music and making art or anything else that gives your brain a workout. The endocrine system. Glands are organs that run the endocrine system. Hello, this is the endocrine system. How may I help you? Can you tell me what the endocrine system is all about? The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones, which are necessary for normal bodily functions. This is a complex system that keeps your body growing, developing, and working the way it is supposed to. Glands are small organs located throughout your body that releases substances called the hormones. These hormones influence almost every cell, organ and function of our bodies. Each type of gland has its own special function. For example, they help in regulating mood, growth and development, tissue function and metabolism, as well as sexual function and reproductive processes. The main glands that make up the endocrine system are pineal gland. The pineal gland is located in the middle of the brain. It secretes a hormone that may help regulate the wake-sleep cycle. Pituitary. Although it is no bigger than a little pea, the pituitary gland, located at the base of the brain, is considered the most important part of the endocrine system. It's sometimes called the master gland because it makes hormones that control several other endocrine glands. Hypothalamus. The hypothalamus links the nervous system to the endocrine system via the pituitary gland. The hypothalamus also controls body temperature, hunger, and thirst. Thyroid. The thyroid gland, located in the front part of the lower neck, is shaped like a butterfly and usually weighs less than 1 ounce. The thyroid gland controls the rate at which the body produces energy from nutrients. Thyroid hormones also play a key role in the bone growth and the development of the brain and the nervous system. Parathyroids. Attached to the thyroid are 4 tiny glands that function together called the parathyroids. They release parathyroid hormone which regulates the level of calcium in the blood. The parathyroid glands located behind the thyroid controls the level of calcium in the blood. Calcium, of course, we know, is very important, not only for the bones and the teeth, but also for nerve functioning, muscle contraction, blood clotting and glandular secretion. Adrenals. These are triangle-shaped glands that sit above the kidneys. They are chiefly responsible for regulating the stress levels. Taking care, keeping the endocrine system healthy. Healthy diet and exercise regular. The systems of the body respond well to a healthy diet and regular exercise, and the endocrine system is no exception. Reduce stress, combining exercise with proper amount of sleep, relaxation techniques, and lots of positive thinking help reduce stress and keep the hormone levels balanced.